which obviously is not going to do anything. Now, in the other game, it did have special items you can use, or you can buy. Didn't really find any, but this one you'll actually be able to get special things. One of them is these slippers. I'll find them a little later. I never actually know what they do. It's not like it increases your range of attack or anything like that, it's just, it makes a funny sound. So Jaha was the guy that was sleeping. Jaha kind of works like Luke and Gort from the last one. He is a gladiator warrior type, and he turns into a massive tank later. The attacks that he gets hit by right now are basically like 1-2 hits, and that's it. Now these enemies here, they can be just a little bit tricky, so I don't want to overextend too much. So I'll lure them in. And usually I'm at like maybe level 2 by now, maybe level 3. But since I kind of just finished that battle, I might be a little under leveled for the rest of these. Now, a lot like the other one, like I have to remember that Chester has a spear now, so he can actually have a little bit of a range on his hit, so I can move him out of harm's way. It's basically the same thing as Shining Force 1. Just a different story, it's more fleshed out. I feel like the characters are a little more interesting. But that's just my personal opinion. I know there's other people that love Shining Force 1 more than I like Shining Force 2. It's all just kind of preference on what you prefer. Shining Force 3 is a thing, but it was on Sega CD, I think. And it really wasn't complete, I think. I'll have to do some more research on it. See what's up with it, but I didn't have the chance to get a Sega CD when I was a kid. I actually think we skipped over all those and went straight to, you know, the Nintendo, Super Nintendo. And even then, I really didn't have too many Super Nintendo games. We used to rent them a lot. It wasn't like a Blockbuster, it was just some other random, like, video movie store that had one of the, they had a curtain covering the adult section. But yeah, we really didn't have too many Super Nintendo games. I think we had, the Phantom, I think that was one of them that I actually really remember. I think that's it. You know, my obsession with Chrono Trigger came a little bit, well, when I played it back then, like, I loved it, but whenever I actually had the chance to get it when I was older, that's when, like, the obsession started with, you know, figuring everything out about the game. And I did so through ROMs, emulators, and, you know, buying it on PlayStation whenever it was re-released with, I think Final Fantasy 4, 2, something like that. So that's when things just kind of, like, started to escalate with my video game obsession. but this game I was actually able to, I can't tell you how many times I played it. I downloaded it on an emulator on my phone, and I played it all the time. Tried out different character compositions, and you know, some of the late game people. I found out who I really liked, so whenever I start getting more and more characters, you're going to see a lot of some of these new ones pop in a team a lot more frequent than you would with the others. So this is just another Mithril location. I think there's maybe one or two more. I just want to show you this real quick too. So, this is where the Jewels of Evil and the Jewel of Light were housed. So we can come in here and we can grab the power water that Slade said he didn't want. And if I can use it right now. One, to free up inventory space, but to give my main character just a little bit more of killing power. So we can see that the jewels were here. So we know where it is. This treasure chest here, you can never get to it. It's forever blocked. Unless you do some like game-breaking things, I think. But I don't know how to do any of that, so I've never seen what's in it. This is the town of Yeel. Healing seeds and healing herbs are basically the same as the other one. Healing seeds heal you by 10. Healing herbs heal you by 10. Healing seeds heal you by 20. And then there's chickens. So this is just like one of those sleepy little towns that you just run into. There's really nothing that happens here. That guy doesn't actually give you the name of anybody, so who knows? Who knows if you know your son? But we will do our first save here, just in case, because these next couple battles get a little sketchy. And the same thing happens, well, what happens with this is when you die, you go back to your previous save spot. So if I die in one of the next two battles, I'll end up here. If I die somewhere else, it'll just pop me back to my previous save. So this might look like a random battle, but it's actually one that you have to do. There are certain spots where you can just walk into and you can farm levels there. You can always use egress to leave and come back to do the battle again to gain a couple levels, but for the most part, there's maybe 4 or 5 spots where you can farm a battle. Other ones I'll go in and fight until there's the last character and I'll egress out. That way I can gain like the most experience points that I can. So this is like speeding it up, but I won't do that. And then again, terrain affects the range. So since Chester is a centaur, he's got a little bit better range than some people, but when it comes down to like sand or desert area, everybody is really restricted except flying characters. Which there aren't too many of in this one. There's one really big one that, I mean, he's the man. Once you get control of him and once you get his promotion, he's just so strong. So Bowie's still receiving about 50 XP for each kill, so I'm going to let him continue to do that up until a point where he gets like diminishing returns. and then I'll just kind of hold off on it. Sarah, I kind of have her start off a little slow, but she does pick up on levels eventually. You'll see me do the same thing that I did before, is I'll get characters down to, like, enemies down to 1 or 2 HP, and then I'll have Sarah go and finish them off. Just so she can, you know, get some levels. But primarily right now, she's going to be the main healer. And she will be for a while. Like these early fights, I mean, they're really nothing. Much later, things get a little bit more complicated. So you have to think about strategy, how you place your guys, who to use. So eventually, like, the strategy portion does come into it, but you'll see me fly through these couple of battles, like, pretty quickly. Basically, as soon as I get over to an enemy, like, I'm just gonna finish them off, and just keep moving. Let's see if he gets on the 50 for this. Alright, so he's level 5. I might kind of back him out a little bit and let Jaha and Sarah take a few more kills. They can reach him. But with him being at level 5, plus that power potion so early, he's going to be hitting a lot harder than what he normally would. Finish this guy off. Oh, the dodges. Just attack Bowie. Bowie's fine. Should be alright. Yeah, she's dead. Ugh. That's a shame. I should have just healed her. I haven't tried a no-death run yet. The many times that I've done this. I probably should try it at some point, but not this time. So that's our first look into what's happening, the ground seal. So our fifth character now joined, Kaizen the Mage. Healing drops heal for 30 HP. That's weird. Sarah's dead. Okay, yeah, she's still dead. So Kaizen is in level 4. He is a mage class, so he does have some spells. He's okay. In the beginning, he's just really, really weak, which a lot of these characters are. But eventually, you know, I can change him into a different class with a specific item, which I do every time because then he turns into this just wrecking ball. So yeah. Sleep is terrible, especially when I'm already down a character. There we go. So Blaze level 1 will hit for about 6 to 7. Level 2 will hit for a little bit more, but it covers a wider area. And then level 3 it hits for harder, and then level 4 it's a single target fire spell, which completely wrecks everything in its path. Unfortunately, I didn't use Kaizen as a mage for very long. So we won't get to see the level 4 hit, the level 4 fire spell, but I think there's another couple that might get it. I'm not 100% sure on that. And just to free up some inventory space, I'm going to use a couple items in replace of Sarah since she died. It's kind of the same thing with Kaizen. I don't like to use him until I can get a kill with him. Only because MP is so precious at this point. And once he's out of MP, he's basically just a dud. So I've never actually done this fight without Sarah, so we're gonna see what happens. I'm just gonna finish enemies off, like, basically as soon as I can, so I don't lose anybody else. So I gotta heal Chester or just leave him behind. I have an antidote. Not an antidote, a healing herb. I've got 3 of them. The herbs and stuff, like, I never really use them. If they're there, you know, great. If not, I'm not worried about it. So I'll probably leave that one for Kazin. Just want to bait these guys out just a little bit. The more levels I can get Kazin, but well, the more levels I can get anybody, the better. But once Kazin gets his level 2 fire spell, he becomes a lot better. I really want to put Bowie in the middle of things just yet. Because of that. I want him to get attacked by, you know, 4 or 5 twice, and then all of a sudden he's dead. Alright, so Bobby's starting to see a little bit of diminishing returns on his levels, so I think he might be done for right now, getting eliminations. And look, I got a Battle Guard back. I'm gonna put Kazin right in this guy's face because the archer has to move around to actually hit people, so... There we go, Blaze level 2. It's really the only thing I wanted out of this fight. And so that didn't go too bad. That guy is named after a fruit. Chirrup Sandals. So, what I'm going to do is, I'm going to give these Chirrup Sandals to, you see, it shows like it doesn't do it doesn't up any attack or defense. So it might do something to agility, but I doubt it. We'll see here. Nothing. Anyway, we got sandals. Oh, hey. You remember the rat from before? They killed my friends. No. Yes, why is King Golem interested in Ground Seal? And why does nobody know what Ground Seal is? There was one guy in the whole place, and he's dead now. And this is where you get to see how ferocious Sarah is. Location. I told you I played this game a lot. Like a lot. And I cannot stress enough the a lot part of that statement. Now, I don't think there's anything in any of these barrels, so I'm just gonna progress through. And I'm gonna revive Sarah. Oh, I missed that. Cool. His name is Lemon. So they're just blindly following their king's orders. Anybody who goes against them gets killed or thrown in prison. I don't think that's the one that gets me the thing. That's the sound difference. That's all the chirping will do. So I'd say that maybe like level 6, level 7 is pretty good for this area. It's the same thing with the last one. I don't want him to get 2 kills like that because he's only going to get 49 for the 1. I should get an opportunity to upgrade some equipment once I'm done with this fight. Let's see if she can get the kill here. So magic is a huge weakness in this game, like it was in the last one. Magic just shreds everybody, and once the enemy learns like a freeze spell, it's basically over. It's kind of sad because like it destroys a lot of good characters. I'm gonna try to bait the rest of these guys to come down. So I get to a good position here. Yep. And it's easier to take them all out one by one too, so if you don't proc anybody else, like this should be good. Alright, so it seems like I need to heal Chester. I'm gonna let him finish this guy off, hopefully. Chester is something. I mean, he gains a ton of HP real quickly, so that's one good reason for him. But other than that, I don't really care for him that much. You get other centaurs later in the game that just, you know, they outclass him in damage and defense. It's always good to have one or two centaurs on the team. That's maybe a tiny bit risky. In this battle in particular, you don't need to kill all of the enemies, you just have to kill the one, and that's the Golem Knight. Yep. Figured I would, kind of get back on something, you know? So hopefully Chester will get level 6 here. Yep. Alright, now it's just this last dude. Kaizen's pretty much worthless once he runs out of magic. Alright, and no deaths. That's good. Level 8. So now you'll see that Bowie, something happened with him. The jewel started to fuse to his necks. Yeah, I was just off today. I had that whole car thing go on. Still haven't heard back from him, so could be another like